Parent group Raise Your Hand talked to many parents across Chicago who said they believe in and love their neighborhood schools, but that insufficient funding for supports, programs, and courses were causing significant challenges. These are some of the parents that Raise Your Hand talked to as budgets were rolled out.
This school really anchors the community. It's set exactly in the middle of its district, so everybody who lives around here, this is their elementary school. What I love about the school is the strong commitment from the teaching staff and the emphasis that we place on the fine arts.
School means everything to us. They have after-school programs. We love the teachers there. They know our children.
For a lot of these kids, this is where they get their mental and social service assistance. We have multiple social workers in our school. It's one of the few benefits that we have in our school. A lot of times the teachers actually serve as social workers for these students. So this school actually is kind of an anchor that keeps this neighborhood somewhat stable. If this thing's closed, you just have a giant hole in an already unstable area.
We actually then dug deep into understanding what Omniscient was about and what the class body was like, and learning a lot about how successful the kids have been coming out of here, going to Harvard, Chicago, Illinois, Iowa, the schools you want your kid to go to, and being really challenged the entire time.
And every neighborhood school is an important factor in that community's success.
Recently, parents were thrilled to hear that CPS wants schools to have more art and daily PE. These are great goals, but mandates cannot be fulfilled without proper funding.
We're instructed to increase our phys ed time and our arts time, but we were not given any funds to do so.
So the only way that we were able to actually meet the mandates was to actually cut other benefits that the students already had, like our librarian. We're actually doing a book drive right now to try to put books in the classroom, because we're not going to have a librarian, they're not going to have the access to actual additional reading. And we've also had to cut our technology.
Which means we will lose our case manager.
We will probably be losing our small-sized classrooms.
That means their technology time, these real-world life skills they're learning, typing, research, computer proficiency, things that people will use in high school, college, career,
right.
They're going to get that slashed in half.
We think we might be losing 6 regular ed positions, possibly 3 special education or diverse learner positions, and sadly, an art or half an art position, a half an English as a second language position.
Ultimately, we decided not to pass the budget for the 2014-2015 school year.
Roughly 2,000 teachers and paraprofessionals were cut from CPS schools for the school years 2013-2014.
We lost a lot of the community access positions, bilingual literacy, and office support that really helps to make this school come together.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that we lost $450,000 in funding, and that was about 4 positions.
So I'm a CPS parent, and I'm frustrated between the disparities of my kid's school. One goes to a selective enrollment school. Anytime a kid there scores below 80% on a quiz or a test, interventionist, reading, math interventionist, immediately available to those kids. My other children go to a neighborhood school. One of them has been struggling all year. There is no reading and math interventionist because that was cut in the budget last year. And so I can see the disparity between my 2 kids in their resources and how well they're going to be able to succeed in their school. That's frustrating.
So last year we cut everything that wasn't nailed to the floor, pretty much. We cut several teachers, extracurricular services, anything that was additional in-classroom assistance, basically down to the bare bones. Our entire sports program was cut. After school music was cut.
Every year we're losing, art or reading specialist or, gym.
We lost library, we lost art.
Last year we had a huge budget cut. It was initially $400,000 for a school of about 500 students. That's quite significant.
This is the second year in a row we've been over $700,000 short of the budget.
You've already got a school that you've closed and you've merged with 2 schools, and you promised for 4 years that these budget cuts wouldn't affect us and we would be okay for 4 years, but it has all been a lie.
To fill in the gap, some schools are increasing fees, relying on parents to fundraise and teachers to become master grant writers. But many schools can't do this.
We have to do fundraising and fees, student fees, just to meet the basic educational needs of our students.
The music teacher last year was funded entirely by parent fundraising.
We don't have a source for funding.
This school doesn't have that foundation, and a lot of high schools don't have that foundation of being able to generate its own budget to make up the difference. Every student should have that excellent access and opportunity to excel.
Right.
And when you start taking budgets away, you don't have that. When you open up another selective enrollment high school, then you're saying we have a ton of money for 1,000 kids, but we don't have any money for 100,000 kids.
Raise your voice for the future of Chicago, and 1. Sign the petition to CPS and the city to increase per-pupil funding. 2. Contact your state legislators and tell them to fund public education. Illinois ranks last in state contributions to funding education.